Crown on the PS3. We decided to resurrect, or at least I decided to resurrect a few more allies because the two weak ones I brought along with me, you know, the level 2 dwarf, was it Lewin Davis, and the level 3 Amazon, I think her name was Cordell, they died. I didn't want to bring them back because they suck. I got better though, so I'm not worried about it. These are the only 3 I have. A little something I forgot last time that I mentioned at the end of the previous video. You press triangle. See at the top right-hand corner of the screen? It says triangle joinable. R1 means swap. So if I press R1, then go down here to exchange. So I guess that's the order in which these allies appear during my quest. I'm not sure. By the way, if I press triangle, it says joinable. If I press triangle, I can turn off their ability to join the party. So let's say I only want one person to be able to join me at any time. Or let's say I don't want anyone to join me. Okay, I can just turn them off. But for the purpose of this video, I'll just bring these guys along. So I have... Is that Holly? Is the guy's name Holly? Yeah, his name is Holly. Okay, fine. No worries. You see his items here. So he'll be joining us. We have Jonas, one of the Jonas brothers. He's a wizard. He'll be joining us as well. He's level 10. Our highest level ally here is Lena, the sorceress. Unfortunately, she's only a sorceress. And like the wizard, these people are going to be liabilities for me later, I believe. Because they're not particularly strong. They can't take that much damage, I don't think. But if we face magicians, I guess that will be okay. I'll probably end up doing a game later when I play as these other classes, but right now the way the game works is that you make the most progress by just picking one character and just burning through the game, unlocking gear that you can give to other party members, you can give to other characters in the game. For instance, these guys right here, they're all level 1, so if I play with these guys, they're gonna have to start the game over from the beginning, like I guess in Diablo 3, I guess. Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, you know, the little expansion, had a little bit where once you completed the game with one character, you can then create a new character and bring that new character into this adventure mode so you can level them up more quickly. I don't think there's anything like this for this game. There's no way to know. I mean, the manual's not very helpful in figuring that out, so I'll see if I can do that. Because I do want to play as an elf later, so I kind of like this character. And I might play as a sorceress or a wizard in a later video. But for now, I'm just going to keep rolling with Rochelle on Amazon, because she's the only character who's made any progress in the game so far. I don't want to grind. I don't want to start over again by grinding. Because the game's about reusing the game's about going over a lot of old territory just to kind of level up your character and do little miniature quests. And I was reading Tom Chick's old review back in quartersto3.com, and he said, yeah, the game tries to get a lot of mileage out of its tiny real estate by having branching paths, but it takes about 5 hours to get there, and I'm not at the 5-hour level. In fact, what are my stats at this point? Do I have any stats? I don't think I can see my stats. Let me check on something. I don't think I can see my... Yeah, I can't see my stats. Just a second. Yeah, here we go. Stats. Okay, it's not the stats I was thinking of. Something to be a clock. I guess if there's a clock, I don't know where it is. I'm not going to worry about it. Yes, we're leaving. Okay, so we're going to go back to what we were doing earlier. So the game's going to autosave. Because, yes, as soon as you give yourself some allies, the game autosaves. So all these allies will be joining me here. Although I probably shouldn't have selected them, but I guess I wanted them to all join me from the beginning of the journey. So as soon as I get into the adventure mode, they'll join me from the start of the level. So I guess that's okay. Otherwise, if I didn't put them in my party in the tavern, and I just made them joinable, then that means you see like in my previous video, they would just jump in the middle of the quest eventually. But with this setup, they'll be joining me from the beginning. If that makes any sense. I'll probably have to explain that a bit more clearly later. So basically, if I go into the inn, and I make them all join... Whoops! Sorry, guys. I don't think I did any damage, though. So I'll just explain that. Choose allies. If I do this, they won't join me. But I have them all joinable, so that's fine. If I remove them from the party... See? Then they will not be joining me on the street. But I'll just set it up so that she'll join me later. So basically, so basically Lena will join us later. She won't join us from the beginning. But the two allies that I did bring along with me will start the mission with me. So I guess that's okay. Now, what do I need to do from here? I think all my gear's repaired. Let me just check to make sure all my gear's repaired. There we go. I think I've already repaired them in my last video. Yeah, everything's repaired. So we're fine. We don't have to worry about any of that. Not gonna appraise anything yet. I'll see if I have to. I'll see if I have to appraise something later. To get the old back, you travel to Ghost Ship Cove. So I have to go. So do I just go there and leave? I can do that. Well, let me check out my quest to make sure. We'll do a full-length video. Morgan's Web. She wants us to get strands of steel. They'll probably be in the adventure, the same place. I don't even know what the name was of the place I went to last time. It was the place with the vampires. There were spiders in there. Yeah, I'll need to go. I'll check out the princess just in case. So maybe there's some spiders in Ghost Ship Cove. Yeah, this keeps happening. I need to stop doing this. Apparently, once you trigger something like this, it doesn't change at all until you make progress in the game. So it makes you sit through all that over and over again. I guess in a game with a bit more, you know, time in the oven, I guess they would just say like, "You've already been here" or something. They would have the narrative equivalent of, "You said you were gonna, you've already been here. You said you were gonna do this for us. Go away." But instead, the game makes you sit through this whole thing again. Like it's like you're getting thrown in jail every time you walk into the cavern. Every time you walk to the castle, the game throws you in jail, and then that guy frees you again. Okay, skip. Not there. So we're gonna go here to Ghost Ship Cave, level 10. Wow. Okay, this was the place I believe where the vampires were. Let me check. No, they were here. Yeah, this is where the spiders will be here. But I'll go back there later. You might remember the last time I went to the fortress, I dropped a bomb in that little doorway, and that opened up a special room I hadn't been to before. Now check out that, once we're done with these bats, check out that barrel in the back. You'll see some runes carved into that barrel. In fact, let me pick that up right now. See that little barrel right here? There are runes there. I think that's going to open up later in the game. We'll see how it goes. Yep, and there she is. So Lena joined us right away. She wasn't here at the beginning, but because, I guess after a cooldown period, she disappears. So I guess that's cool. I guess if you're dealing with some really hard enemies, you can kind of manage when they join your party. Maybe you can bring a really strong ally with you at the beginning and then let everyone else join later, so that they aren't in as much trouble. So that your most vulnerable party members aren't joining you from the beginning. They'll just join you later once you've cleared the way for them. So that's kind of cute. Maybe that's a way to do it. I don't know if it matters. I just like the idea of being able to manage when your allies join you. But the game doesn't just let you summon them. They just appear whenever. And I'm not fond of that. I would prefer it if the game actually allowed you to summon them, instead of just having them join whenever they felt like it. Because it takes that out of your hands, and it's kind of annoying. But at least apparently your only choices are which allies do you want to be able to join, and when do you want them to, in other words, do you want them there at the beginning, or do you want them not at all? And I guess I prefer a bit more flexibility there. Because apparently your only options are join on or join off. And I don't think that's the best way to do it. At least give me the option of summoning them, you know? That'd be nice. I mean, why not? Like, why not let, you know, players summon allies at a time they choose? I mean, what do you gain by preventing them from doing that? Why do these people disappear randomly like that? I don't know why they made that decision, but anyway. Alright, what are we up to? Told you, game looks great. And the backgrounds look good. But how are we how many of these, okay, is this going to be one of those, are there going to be fish in here? Because that's going to be something I'm worried about. Because those guys are annoying as crap. Because they have a lot of invincibility frames, and they aren't vulnerable for a very long period of time, so. Wow, these magicians are kind of fun. I just like the idea of having AI tanks, because I tend to play a hit and run style. So having me use a speedy character means that I'm going to have the computer be the slow characters who can stop up damage. Okay? I told you what kind of game this is, folks. In a Disney movie, the fish part would be above the belly button. But, you know. Consider the kind of game this is. Consider the source, people. George Kamatani. Yes, let's not complain. Okay, first of all, let's not make this. Let's not be nationalist about this. I played Dragonlayer, okay? John Bluth was no better. I mean, don't believe me? Just look up Daphne. Wait, is he fighting with us? I wasn't paying attention to the narrator. Okay, I guess he's fighting with us. Oh yeah, he's 4P, okay. So that's another character who's joining us. 4P, huh? I thought Lena was 4P. She's about to die, by the way, so I need to... Now I'm beginning to wish I didn't bring her along. She's not be able to take any damage. I guess we're going to have to protect her. I didn't check to see what the AI options are for the allies. Like, is it possible it's... Like, you know how in Tales of Symphonia and the games like that, or in Star Ocean, you can just say, hang back, don't fight anybody. Or you can tell other allies to protect certain party members, you know, protect weak party members, that sort of thing. I don't know. Alright. By the way, I was just on Facebook. Someone was asking about who wants to see a Golden Axe sequel. And they're like, you know, Golden Axe sucked. I'm like, the Golden Axe sequels all sucked. I think it was a PS2 game or something. And then I said, you know what, Dragon's Crown, like this game, Dragon's Crown, is basically Golden Axe 4. You know, it just has more anime. Because, you know, you ride beasts, you pilot an Amazon, a fighter, or a dwarf. So it's basically a Golden Axe sequel, if you think about it. I don't know how it compares to the arcade game. Was it the Death Adder game? I think that was was that one of Sega's 32-bit games? And like, remember Spider-Man was a 32-bit arcade game? It's garbage, by the way, but anyway. That Death Adder Golden Axe game was apparently only released in arcade. Sega never released it on any consoles, not even the Saturn. Because the Saturn Golden Axe game was a fighting game, like a two-player, you know, traditional, you know, Capcom-like fighting game. And then, of course, that Death Adder game was a melee brawler like this. It was a beat-em-up. So I don't know why they never released it on later consoles. I mean, they can sell it for like $5 on Steam or maybe Xbox Live Arcade and make a bit of money. Maybe they haven't set up the emulation correctly. But it's supposed to be pretty good, because, I mean, that game came out, what, like the late 90s? And by then, you know, arcade games have pretty much nailed the whole... Well, I can't bring back any more bones, huh? Guess I have to start actually burying them. Or resurrecting them. Yeah, let me have them open that up while I loot. But yeah, I mean, what was it? By the time Street Fighter 2 came out, back in 2001, I believe, a lot of these fighting games kind of used that Street Fighter 2, you know, fighting game hit detection system. Like they were using like fighting game mechanics, you know. They were using combos and lots of strings and, you know, blocks and things like that. They were integrating fighting game mechanics into melee brawlers. Because in the old days, you know, the melee brawlers you know, like Renegade and Double Dragon. Those games were really, really janky. Like, actually, Aliens vs. Predator was a Capcom game, but the original Aliens arcade game wasn't even a melee brawler. It was just like it was like a shoot 'em up on a Z-axis. Basically, it was like Final Fight with guns. But like, what am I thinking of? Games like Alien Storm, Ninja Turtles. You know, these games were like really janky. The controls weren't really that tight. And, you know, they were really, really super simplistic. You know, there were games where you just moved to the right and, you know, you had 4, maybe 5 moves in your moveset. No, you had a basic 2-3 hit combo, you had a jump kick. And maybe you had a neutral jump attack, you had a jump kick if you were moving toward the enemy and kicking. But that was it. Double Dragon had a few more moves than that, but again, the play control was just really janky. The hit detection was it was like punching gelatin. You couldn't really tell if your moves were making if you were making contact with the enemy or not. You were just kind of pressing the button and hoping that your character was making contact with the sprite. I mean, the control of the Double Dragon games, especially the second Double Dragon games, was awful because they had this whole cumbersome press both buttons to jump system, and you press one button to attack to the left and the other button to attack to the right, and depending on the direction you were facing, you would either do a kick or a punch. Like you would kick behind you or punch in front of you, and that was just stupidly cumbersome. I mean, and Final Fight basically said, screw all this. You get one button to jump, one button to attack, and that's all you really need. And it was so elegant. I mean, you only had, maybe 8 moves in the entire game, but in fairness, and you could grapple, but I mean, in fairness, it was all you really needed. In retrospect, I haven't done a single Final Fight video. I'll get around to that. Although I don't think I can rent the Final Fight games anymore from the libraries. I'll find a way to make it work. Because I have Final Fight in the PSP as part of the Capcom collection, but... By the way, this right here is a rune. I mentioned this earlier on one of those barrels. So there might be something to this once Lucian starts giving us rune, that starts explaining rune magic to us. Like Black Girl magic, I guess. Yeah, but a lot of those fighting games, a lot of those melee brawlers back in the 90s, I mean, a lot of them weren't very good. They were just incredibly dumb quarter munchers. Some of them had licenses, some of them didn't. But by the time you got to, like, the mid to late 90s, like when you got Aliens vs. Predator, and you got, what was that other one? Actually, the Dungeons and Dragons game, which is actually on Steam. Shadows over Mystara, I think it's Mystara Chronicles. There were two Dungeons and Dragons games that Capcom made, and I believe George Kamitani worked on them. He worked on Shadows over Mystara, and he worked on the prequel. I forget what it was. I think it was called Tower of something or rather. And they were melee brawlers, but they had branching paths, and they had some pretty good 2D artwork, some pretty good animation for the time. Nothing like this, obviously. Didn't have the budget for it. And they had, what was it? Yeah, they had some RPG elements where you can, like, open chests to collect certain kinds of loot. It was kind of like Final Fight. You open up a chest to get certain kinds of loot, certain kinds of weapons, certain kinds of buffs and debuffs, I think. I'll do a video about that later, because I did buy the Mystara Chronicles on Steam, and it runs really well. I mean, I was playing on a crap top. I'm playing it on like a dual-core crap top from like 2012. So if you have a really old laptop, you can probably run Shadows. You can probably run Shadows of Mystara, or what's it called, Mystara Chronicles, whatever it's called. But it's kind of like a predecessor to the games like this. It's pretty much better than Knights of the Round, but Knights of the Round was really super simplistic. And that game sort of had a whoops. We gotta use fire. Thank you, me magic. There's supposed to be there's supposed to be torches around here. We've got a torch. I guess we lost the torch. Look at these lighting effects. They're actually pretty awesome. So they're not just lighting; they're actually color effects. It's really amazing. Again, this is not. Well, it's not. I don't want to say it's cheap. I don't want to say it's expensive, but it takes a lot of good artists to make this work. But yeah, back to those melee brawlers. I mean, I've mentioned this before in other videos. I'm hardcore into Final Fight. I'm a Streets of Rage 2 fan, big time, and I'll be doing Streets of Rage 2 videos eventually, because I did most of my Streets of Rage videos already. In fact, I got a long weekend and a long vacation coming up, so I think I'll be putting together some other videos for Streets of Rage, some final videos, something with a bit more production, because I won't be bringing along any fancy PCs, I don't think. So I'll be able to do some videos about, games I've already played, but haven't really got a chance to analyze, like the Streets of Rage games. Because those are games that, I've done about a dozen videos on. But really, there's not a lot to them. All you really have to do is explain, how the combat works, how the damage system works, how the attributes don't work, because now everyone has the exact same strength in terms of how strong their moves. Everyone has the exact same moves. Everyone has the exact same strength. The only distinction between the Streets of Fighter 1 characters are the only distinction between Street Fighter 1 characters are how fast they move and how high their jumps are. That's not really terribly important. Okay, I need fire. Someone give me fire here. Oh, there's a torch over there. Just a second. Okay, fire. Wait, I lost the torch. Crap. I'm gonna die again. Torch. There we go. I should have picked that up earlier. I don't know what. I think someone else picked it up for me. That might have been the problem. Ow! I'm dead again. Like Kenneth Branagh. And someone's about to die. Yeah, okay, we're gonna quit. Hopefully before Lena dies. I think she died. Did Lena die? Oh, I got 3,000 XP. I guess that's something. I think Lena died. Let me check. And we got a few things. We're gonna grab those. Let me do a quick check, because I'm not sure if I got it. Because remember that there is no pause when you're in the dungeons. So there's a pretty good chance Lena's countdown completed when I was trying to leave. You traveled to Ghost Ship Cove, unknown pirate hideout. So I'm not done yet. Darn it. Oh well, guess that had to happen. Choose allies. Yep, Lena's still alive. Okay, that's good. I might need your magic, but you suck. And by the way, I gotta start burying bones because I can't carry anymore. So that means I'm hoarding too much. We're gonna have to do this the right way. So it's gonna cost us some money. We'll make it work. Come on, save. Okay. So we'll do some cleanup. We might appraise a few items. So I guess what I'll do is to finish off this video is I'll appraise some items. I'll resurrect some bones, see what actually I'm going to bury a bunch of bones, see what I get. Let's see. Let me resurrect some high-level characters here. Let's see, I got, Adonis. Okay. So you might end up burying everyone else. Yeah, so we'll keep the high, so these low-level characters, no reason to keep them. Let me see. I want to look at the guy. You're looking at the guys with these orange things. Watch this. Ellis has an orange bomb satchel. Hannah has a incite rage, which I might want because there's a skill for that. So let me try this. I want to resurrect. I want to bury someone who has an item that I might gain, like this guy. If I bury, actually he's a high-level dwarf. Okay, I have both of these guys. Okay, so let me bury this high-level dwarf. See if I can grab his orange item. Yeah, I'm burying people so I can loot their graves and steal their stuff. Let's be honest. I got nothing. Let me try, Hannah. No, yeah, I'll try Hannah. Is that Bettina? Didn't she sing the theme song to Beverly Hills Teens? Anyway. Come live your fantasies in Beverly Hills. Come on, make your dreams come true. Yes, got the strong drought, okay. So the orange items, I guess, can be tokens of appreciation. So you're like a fire barrel here. Did I get a fire barrel? Nope, I didn't get the fire barrel. Well, I get the lava bracer. Nope. Gonna try one more time. Toxic extract from Heather. Will I get the toxic extract from Heather? Nope. So you're starting to see the likelihood that I'm gonna get items here. Sacrifice. Toxic. Ooh, a holdout dagger. I kind of wish I can grab some of this. Okay, so I got a strong draught. So basically, the item that I get probably has nothing to do with whether or not it's orange or not. That's actually somewhat disappointing. But now I know. Okay, so if I resurrect, I'm not gonna resurrect these guys. I'll come back and do that later. Yeah, this guy. Every time I give him a coin, he does nothing. If I don't give him a coin, he does nothing. So how many coins do I have to give him before he starts paying off? 100, 1,000, what? Am I gonna have to spam this? Get to praise crap. Okay, I'm pretty sure I already explained this in a previous video. The strength of the weapon does not seem to be dependent on its rank. For instance, a D rank poleaxe could be stronger than an A rank poleaxe. And it might even have better stats attached to it. Because you can look at my previous videos to see what happened when I appraised some of these items. Sometimes I would appraise an A-level item and it would be no stronger than the D-level item I got. Maybe like the damage range might be, for the A-level item, might be 9 to 12. The damage range for this D-level item might be 5 to 11. So really, I guess it's worth it, but actually I think it was, what, 5 through 13 for the D-level item? 9 through 12 for the A-level item, which didn't have any buffs that I recall. It might have been more durable by a couple hundred points, but it didn't seem like a big deal, so I couldn't really make sense of this system. I'm sorting by equipment level. I don't think it's going to make a difference. I want to see if I can get something with some question marks underneath the category. See where it says category poleaxe? See these. This one has no extra buffs. This one has one extra buff. This one of these has multiples. Like, this one has multiple. This one has 2 extra buffs. It's a level A, so you know, whatever. I'm just curious what I get at. Like this one right here. Wow, what does this one come with? It's a level 4. Wow, this might be useful. But I can't give it to anyone else. Let's see what this one gives me. Max HP. Critical rate. So it gives you some idea about what you're going to get with those question marks by counting the number of question marks you get, but you won't be able to know what the value is. You only know what possible buffs you get. Like, just by looking at the question marks here, this one might give me a damage to demonic foes buff. I just don't know what the percentage is going to be. And it might not be demonic foes. It might be a different kind of foe. But I actually appraised this in a previous video, and that's what I mean. See the 5 to 11 attack range? This is an A level. This is an A rank item. Now the max HP sounds useful, but again, 10 HP is nothing. That's like 1 hit. Maybe that's like half a hit. So no, that's not enough. So that's what I mean. You have to play the game a while to understand what these buffs actually give you, because they might not give you that much. Critical rate, whatever. Damage to demonic foes, 14%. Okay, nah. We're talking about the attack is 5 to 11. So how much could 14% possibly be? One fewer hit. Damage taken reduced by 12%. So I guess instead of doing 80 points of damage to you, they do 8. They do 72 or 70. I don't see why that's terribly important. And remember, my max HP right now is like 331. And if I eat a bunch of food, I can jack it up to 490. Because when you eat food, you can increase your HP by 50% over that base level. Because my base level is 339, something like that. Let's see. I tried to sort them by equipment levels. No, yeah, sorry, sort them by rank. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorting by equipment level is interesting if you want to give someone a low ranked. If you want to give someone like this. Like this fighter could use this rank 4. A level 4 fighter could carry the shield, but I'm not using the fighter right away. But if I were to put this in my armory, then if I were to switch to another character other than the Amazon, then yeah, then a level 4 character would be able to grab this without having to explore. But again, this character is going to be a level 1 character, so he can't carry any of these items. So you might as well just go out on his own adventure and grab them himself. So I don't really understand the appraisal system here. Level 11 poleaxe. Oh, by the way, see underneath rank where it says question mark dash 2 question marks? That means the minimum value is single digit, but the maximum value is double digit. So if I can find an item here that has like this right here, 2 double digits on the attack rating. So this will probably be a good item to grab, and I need to be level 12 to grab it anyway. I kind of wish I could mark these without having to just appraise. I kind of wish I could just put like a star next to it to say, okay, I definitely want to appraise this one, but not now. Like this one, I probably want to appraise this one because again, double digits in the attack rankings. Now this one's single digits in both attack rankings, so it's probably not great, but against a level 2 item, so whatever. Here's a C. 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 D. Here's a D, but it requires to be level 9. So I might end up appraising a few more of these double-digit question mark ones. Just so I can get that guaranteed damage boost. Let's pick something cheap with a bunch of buffs. Like this one has 1 buff. It might just be, like, what would this buff be? Oh, I've already sorted. So once you've appraised an item, then you sort, you can't see it again. At least until you go back over here. Yeah, we have to look at unappraised items. Alright, so probably one of these. Level 12. I guess you need to be level 12 to use these double-digit attack poleaxes. Yeah, one has no buffs. But it's cheap, so let's see what we get out of it. 11 to 20, so I'm definitely going to grab this one. Okay, so the durability is not bad. Let me just do a check on one other item. Here's a C. 2227 with a 2200 durability. So this one's more durable. Oh, this one's twice as strong. Yeah, this one's like a 11 to 20. This one's so the minimum on this is stronger than the maximum on this. So it's less durable, but you're gonna get it repaired anyway. So whatever. Yeah, what else? Any other double digits? Because that might be the strongest one I got. This one might be 11 to 20. 13 to 26. Wider range. Way more durable, though. That's a hammer I can't use. What's in the A level? 14, nah. It's knockdown chance, whatever. I don't like those buffs. 14 to 20 sounds interesting, but it's actually less durable than the C level item that's down here, see? So this is my main right now. 22, 21, 27 with 2200 durability. So why even use this one? For the knockdown chance? That's what I mean. I guess I could have sold it right away without even bothering to appraise it. Well. And I don't know if these regen, if I reload my game, I don't know if the buffs are the same or different. This one sounds interesting because it increases my strength. I don't know what that does, actually. But it might actually be meaningful, I guess. Because I think my strength right now is only in the teens. That's actually a pretty big buff. So do I want a stronger attack? Do I want a weapon with stronger attack, or do I just want more strength? So that's the part I can't figure out. FAQ might be needed for that. See, this one isn't a big deal. So you see right here the range and the attack rankings. I might as well just get the item with the 22. See this one right here with the 21, 20? So I might as well use this one. That's the one to beat. Okay, so now I know. Alright, so I guess we might be done with all this. Check the accessories. Ooh, an S level. And by the way, that's right, I can give this one to, what is it? The Sorceress, but you have to be level 10, so. There's no reason for me to play as a Sorceress, because I can't give these to her when she starts the game. Increases defense. That's something. Well, everything increases defense. And these are all double-digit defense rankings anyway, well, except for this. Let's see. Fire resistance. I don't see the point of that. Ooh, this one has a lot of buffs. Anyone can wear this if they're level 10. Elemental resistance. Yeah, I don't care about that. So what matters to me is durability. I guess what matters to me is defense and durability. I'm spending a lot of money getting these appraised, but I don't think these are any good. Increase magic resistance, but look at the Sorceress. The Sorceress over there already has high magic resistance. So the idea of giving her more just seems redundant. Here's another A. So these aren't great. They're good defense boosts, but they're kind of expensive for what you get. So I'm not gonna sweat this.
What would you like?
Yeah, I can sell stuff. I haven't used my heal. That's right. I still haven't been using my heal ring. I bought one. I equipped one. I'm not even using it. Okay, we're leaving. So before I end this video, I'm gonna go in here. Where's my heal ring? That one. Is it for me or is it for the allies? Maybe that's the problem. I need to figure that out for later. Actually, I can do that now, right? Actually, they're not with me, so I can't do it now. How many more uses do I have? 3. Okay, so that doesn't count. Let's see if there's anything in here. There probably isn't, but I'll probably end up ending the video anyway. Yeah, we're done with him. We're not going to go to the castle again. I've been down that black hole before.